Look out, y'all. Ashy Knuckles doing a little old video, the official breakdown of Nicholas Walters versus Vasil Lomachenko. Nicholas Walters kick it off upon Lomachenko. No, I'm just bullshitting. Shout out to all the Jamaican brothers and sisters out there, man. That last video, I was just having a little fun. Uh, Kicked it with a lot of Jamaicans coming up. They weren't like from my neighborhood, where I was coming up, but when I got to high school, about ninth grade, I started connecting with them, and we've been tight ever since, man. So I got kind of absorbed in the island culture, man. Trinidadians, Virgin Islands, you know, all the island. We had a very diverse high school, and just kind of pick up some things here. That's neither here or there, but the official breakdown. This is a fight we've been wanting to see for a while. I don't know about uh, some people. I guess they feel, this was right on time, but I think we've been wanting this fight since HBO's been trying to sell Lomachenko because I know what they're selling. I'm just not sure if I'm purchasing yet. I mean, we know what Lomachenko brings to the table. And that boy is something awful with them hands. And I mean, there's no denying that. I don't think there's a soul that denies that. But I'm just not sure I'm buying what HBO is selling. And here's why. As it pertains to Ashy Knuckles, when he first hopped up on the scene as a professional, I think he had like one fight, and Dan Raphael gave him the prospect of the year. That was some ultimate bullshit. I think, and maybe I'm biased, but I thought Jamal Charlo should have got prospect of the year at that time because I think he had like 8 fights, like 6 to 8 fights straight in that year, and they were all knockouts, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute, but I know I made a real good case for it. I mean, I ain't hating. He got the award. He got the award. It is what it is. But I don't think I've ever seen any professional fighter have one fight and they got the prospect of the year. Boy, such a great body of work. I mean, how many times are y'all gonna sell his amateur career as to why he's getting accolades? I mean, there have been a lot of great amateurs, you know what I'm saying? But amateur pedigree, all that means is you know how to fight. Nobody has to teach you how to fight. But guess what? There is a difference between the amateur fight game and the pro fight game. And I'll elaborate on that. After one fight, they were going to put him up against Orlando Salido. I immediately made a video. It may still be up. I may have deleted it. I don't remember. But it should be up still. I made a video explaining why that was a terrible move. That regardless of his amateur prowess and his pedigree and what they deem as, why he's the second coming of whoever, um, that you still need to be adequately seasoned as a pro when you come into the game. There's just certain things about the pro game that is just not like the amateur system that you can only get with experience, which he lacks, which he still lacks a lot of. But he's entirely much better now. But I said Orlando was going to beat him, and Orlando Salido beat him. I just thought it would be in dominating fashion. And Orlando Salido, at times in that fight, he had to work for that. And that let me know what type of fighter Lomachenko was. I actually gave him a whole lot more props in that loss than I would have if he had just got dominated like I thought he would. But anyway, they got this guy on a fast track, and for good reason. He has a lot of technical skills, and I'll only elaborate on a few. Um, he has he has fast hands. He has fast feet. He moves well. He punches in bunches. He can dictate the pace of the fight. He can fall back and counterpunch and use your aggression against you. He can fight in close quarters. He can box. He has good head movement. He has good reflexes. The dude is polished. There is no denying that whatsoever. But being of the fact that he has less than 10 fights, and one of those fights was a loss against a guy who's a tough, savvy veteran, um, he still hasn't been in the ring with anyone like Nicholas Walter. The Hacksman Comet. Nah, never been in the ring with anybody like this guy. You know, most people probably, when they analyze the fight, think that Nicholas Walter is probably just going to try to outman him, being that he is bigger. He's a bigger guy. He has more range, not skill wise, but in physical dimensions. He's taller by an inch. He has several inches in reach. And we already know his attributes, his main attributes are just brute fucking strength, hand speed, length, power, solid jab, and he's very determined. He's a hungry fighter, and he can box a little bit as well too, but that's not his bread and butter. You know, he is looking to hurt his opponent, unlike the amateur fight system when you're looking to just score points. This is a fight. This is not a bout, you know, and it's just different. It's just different. And he just got more experience as a professional, been in the ring with a lot more styles as a pro. Let me just say, as a pro, not as an amateur. He's been in the ring with a lot more styles as a pro, with guys trying to take his head off, not guys trying to win a medal. Um, and they pretty much have the same amount of championship fights, but there is no question that Nicholas Walter has been in the ring with much more solid competition. Um, a lot of people first set their eyes on the Axeman when he knocked out Darchinyan so fast, you know, so soon. I guess people thought that Darchinyan was going to beat Nicholas Walters and in his way to rebound to get back to the top. Most people felt that, you know, it was probably a fight which would take um, Darchinyan on his way out, being that he was on the downside from being in tough fights. But then he would go on to fight a legit pound for pound caliber fighter in Nonito Donaire. And there's no questioning the ability that Nonito Donaire brought to the ring. He was a great fighter. He had good hand speed, great timing, killer left hook that'll knock you stupid with one. You know what I'm saying? Good boxing ability, good reflexes, hand speed. You know, he was considered to be the total package. And Nicholas outmanned him, outgunned him, out everythinged him. Even Nonito himself said that he prepared very well for him, but he got dominated. He said it was a one-sided beating. You know, in a very humbling uh, interview after a defeat. And you got to take the fighter at his word. He wasn't bitter about it. He just took a beating. So that just lets you know what Nicholas Walter is coming with to the ring with. Pure aggression, pure fire. You know, um, he's in tip-top shape. He's just a big guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a huge guy. And when I look at the intangibles of how they could possibly fight each other, um, Lomachenko is smart enough to take advantages of the little mistakes that Walters make. Walters' aggression can be used against him because, like I said, at sometimes he will try to just outman you. And Lomachenko is skilled enough to, you know, slip some of those big shots, slip some of those huge thudding jabs, and come back with big, big counters in combination. And being of the fact that Nicholas Walter has not, I think he hadn't fought, what, almost in a year or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen him in the ring. So ring rust could be a factor in the fight too. But at the end of the day, um, you know, they got Lomachenko as a pound for pound fighter. Um, in 7 fights, I've never seen anything like that. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm buying what they're selling. I mean, I see the things that they see. I see the skill set. I see the the beautiful hand speed and the things that he does so well in the ring. But to me, when you start selling a guy as a pound for pound fighter, you look at the body of work presented as a pro, which would substantiate that acclaim, and it's just not there. So if I tell you that I got a lakefront property in Arizona, and you go out there and you see it just sitting on the corner of a regular block, it's a beautiful house, has all the fixtures and the things that I said it has in the house, but there's no water nowhere. You're gonna be mad, right? So, like I said before, maybe that's not even a good analogy, but the thing about it is, you're selling me something, and the evidence is not all the way there. You know, a guy can be the best fighter in the world, but at the end of the day, wins and losses determine if that's true or not. And he don't have enough wins against solid competition for you to say he's a pound for pound, top pound for pound fighter. Maybe you can. He has gone up in weight, but he took on what was his name? Roman Martinez, a guy who has been resurrected how many times? If lack of a better word, recycled how many times, And kudos to him to be able to get back to the top of his division after time, every time after a defeat. Kudos to him. But did anyone not see that defeat coming for Roman Martinez? To me, I never really thought Roman Martinez was that good of a fighter. I didn't knock him, but how many videos have I ever done on Roman Martinez? To me, he wasn't even worth 5 minutes of my time even breaking down his fights. So it is what it is, man. Anyway, can Lomachenko win this fight? Hell yeah, he can win it. He's cerebral. He's a thinking fighter to go along with those great skills that he has. But he don't have the wins, which is one of the main reasons why I said in the previous video that that Walters is going to win the fight. The evidence and the proof is not there that he can take on this caliber of fighter and emerge victorious. It's a tremendous step up in class for him. And I tell you what, if he does beat Walters, then I'm prepared to pull out my wallet and buy what they're selling. But like I said, the evidence is just not there. Not in 6 or 7 pro fights. The evidence is not there. I don't jump on no hype wagon. I just don't. You got to show me. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what your skill set is. Beat somebody. Beat somebody of a high caliber. And, things, turn out a little bit different. I mean, I wasn't even buying what they were selling with Canelo. It took a long time. Dudes from back from the radio show, they'll tell you I used to call that boy cinnamon and all type of stuff, making fun of him. But over time, he made me a believer. I don't hop on bandwagons, you know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't either. But what I'm seeing now is you got so many new boxing fans coming into the game. And, we all know this when you've been around for so long. The newest stars always bring in a new droves of fans, and they get so emotionally attached. It's almost to a point of worship that if you say anything wrong about their fighter or if you pick against them, they are just bombarding you, calling you all type of names, saying that you're racist, when as if skin has anything to do with fights being won. If I predict a fight and I say a guy's gonna win, just because I predicted him to win, that doesn't mean he's gonna win the fight. It's called a prediction. Why are you so damn butthurt? If you predict the other guy to win, I'm not coming to troll your channel. I can give a damn. I will go over there and say good shit, good video, especially if you have legit facts as to why you feel your guy is gonna win. You gotta be neutral in this thing. And if you can't watch these guys' videos and listen to facts and that substantiate why they feel the way they feel, then you probably shouldn't be coming to YouTube to watch guys' video. I mean, it makes you really look like a child, man. I mean, you want grown men to coddle you because you have a favorite? Oh, you're being racist. Where's the racial slurs at then? Where's the racial epithets? No, that's you guys. You do that. You go in the comment section with that stuff. You're the racist, man. Recognize it, do some self reflection, man, and fix that shit. Anyway, like I said before, man, Lomachenko could definitely win this fight, and it's a huge fight. It's a huge fight for him, and if he is to win, like I said, man, I I'm definitely buying what they selling. But as for right now, they ain't got enough wins for me to just say, oh yeah, he's gonna win. No doubt about it. I just don't see that. Not by beating Roman Martinez. Sorry, you can miss me with that. Uh, the ability is there. The ring smarts are there. Um, he has all the qualities necessary to take this fight. But at the same time, Nicholas Walter does too. And he actually has the wins. He actually has the experience. You know what I'm saying? He has everything he needs to win this fight. And he's confident and he's hungry going into this fight. It's almost evenly matched when you think about it. But it's just the little intangibles here and there that make me come to the conclusion that it's gonna be a very good fight, man. I just think Walter's got this thing, man. Much bigger puncher, deceiving hand speed, physical dimensions unmatched. If he used his physical dimensions to his advantage, that in itself is gonna be hard. You can tame a small fast guy if you can place that jab on him easily. How many times have we seen that? Look at Winky Wright and Shane Mosley. You know, I can think of so many other examples, but that was the first one that popped in my head, man. If a guy is well schooled and he got an educated jab, he can double it, he can triple it, but the ring rust could play a factor, and may have a hard time placing that jab. You just never know. That's why it don't matter what we say in the video. The ring is what sorts out the facts. From 1 to 12, they got that amount of time to get it done. And on fight night, we're going to see what the facts are, man. We're going to see if Lomachenko is what they say he is, or he's going to be another victim for the Axeman. It just seems like they're trying to freeze Nicholas Walters out of the big fights and out of boxing, but that's not the first time we've seen that, you know. So it is what it is, man. When you got the doors and the red carpet rolled out for you, man, and guys out there don't get the same opportunities, and they are deserving of those opportunities. Those guys who actually do get the opportunities begin to look like a piece of chicken. And when you got a fighter that's hungry, it may bring the best and the worst out of them when you finally actually have to get in the ring with those guys and face them. So kudos to Lomachenko for stepping up and taking this fight. He didn't have to take it, and no one would ever criticize him because you already know how it is uh, when they start hyping guys. It's like they're above criticism, no matter what. Look at Triple G, you know, and he's a solid fighter too, amazing fighter. But the thing that pissed me off about not Triple G the fighter, but what pisses me off about him is the favoritism and the nut huggery and I mean, you just cannot criticize a guy, even if you're presenting facts. But yet, let it be a fighter who fans are really not cool with or fans of, and all those facts you presented for Triple G, they have no problem throwing it on those fighters. So it's just hypocrisy, man. You just gotta align yourself with people who are actually gonna be like-minded, not necessarily liking the fighters that you like, but at least are objective and can see the points that you make, see where you're coming from, and just have a civil discourse as boxing fans, man, not as fucking fanboys. So, all right, man, I really didn't go in like I wanted to as far as the breakdown, but this is the official prediction. I'm going with the Axeman. I don't know how he gonna do it as far as the outcome, where he gonna sleep him, or he gonna get a decision. He says he's going for the knockout. Um, in going for a knockout, he could make mistakes, and that could allow Lomachenko to get some timely, precise, and sharp counters in there, which could shift the fight in his favor. But one thing we know about Nicholas Walsh is, man, he take one hell of a punch. He's a strong guy, man. Very, very tough and durable fighter, and he gonna come to win. He gonna come to fight. And I just have a hard time believing that, in some of those fights with Lomachenko, when he gets on the inside and just start ripping combos, standing right in front of his opponent, I just don't see that element of his game happening against this guy. I think he's going to have to be very calculated, which he can be. Like I said, he's cerebral and he has the skills to go along with it. So it's more intriguing of a fight than most people think it. I think it is. I think it's very intriguing. So we'll just have to see what happens on fight night when they actually get in the ring and sort this thing out, man. And that's all I got, man. Um, but if Lomachenko wins the fight, believe me, I will do a post-fight video and get a man his props. I have nothing to gain from a L or a W from either guy. Been watching this sport for a lot of years, man. Seen a lot of good fighters come and go. Seen the hype train too many times. I recognize the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So this, to me, this is no big deal. This is any other big fight that you've seen in boxing history. And all you fanboys that are so emotionally invested, please don't come here. This is not the channel for you, man. We don't do that here. So there are plenty of channels out there for you where y'all can just celebrate in each other's magnificence, and you won't see me over there trolling your channel, telling you that you're wrong. Enjoy each other. I don't give a damn. But here we discuss boxing. If you don't agree with my pick, leave it in the comment section. Let's discourse, you know what I'm saying? Let's discuss and or make a video. Don't matter. I'll get with y'all another time. Late.